What's up guys, it's Bonsai here, and today I'm going to be going over the top 5 easiest extremes in Geometry Dash as of 2022. Cataclysm is a very first half heavy level, so it's important that you practice each part individually over and over again in order to try and get consistent. These ball timings can be tough from zero, make sure you practice them a lot. This straight fly coming up is the second hardest part in the level and the barrier between you and the completion of the level. Once you've made it past 44, congrats, you're in the clear. Just make sure you don't choke for the rest of the level. This straight fly needs to be practiced a lot because from zero this part is very tricky. Azurite is pretty much the antithesis of Cataclysm, being a second half based level. If you can do, I'd say around like 60 to 100, you are probably good to beat this level. Make sure you don't slack on the beginning though, because some of these parts leading up to the drop can be difficult. From around 60 to 70, the level's difficulty spikes a lot. Be sure to practice these parts immensely, and you're gonna die here a lot, just expect it. If you've done a couple runs to 100, then I'm sure you won't choke this part. Accu is one of the best levels in the game, so it's sure to be a fun experience for your first extreme. The first part is very difficult for a new extreme Demon Slayer, so I would recommend to practice it a lot. This drop may seem difficult at first, but to be honest, after learning it, it's not that hard. You should be good to do this in succession for runs. Make sure to do runs on this level to be sure that you're able to string these parts back to back. In a lot of people's opinions, the end is the hardest part of the level. Be sure to have done multiple runs to 100 to ensure you don't choke this last part. The Lost Existence by Jonathan GD is certainly the most interesting level of the 5. I have a lot to say about it, for it's very cool, but there are definitely some parts that are some choke points that you're going to have to conquer if you want to slay this level. The first minute or so of this level isn't too difficult, and you shouldn't have to worry about practicing it. The extent of this ball part is pretty much just memory. It's very easy. things start to get slightly difficult when we get to this UFO part. Be sure to practice it to ensure you're not dying there from zero. This wave part can be hard when you've been playing this slow level for so long. I'd always make sure to practice this part and get to the drop from here to be sure that I would always clear it when I got to there. These robot jumps right here are where things start to pick up. And after these robot jumps comes this dual cube. And this dual cube is very unbalanced and has one very tricky jump that is like out of a top 10 demon, I swear. It's really luck based, and to get past it you kinda just gotta hope. To get past this UFO part, there's a designated clip pattern which makes it fairly easy. There's plenty of videos on it on YouTube. The drop right here might seem very difficult, but to be honest, it's not. If you can clear this drop, then you're sure to beat this level pretty much. Take a deep breath on this part. The only reason you should dive past this is due to nerves, and you want to try and control them as much as possible. Don't underestimate these ball timings. With nerves, they are very difficult. Make sure you practice the spider part a lot, because it's very easy to trip up and forget where you're going in this confusing part once you're so nervous. Please don't choke on this last part. You're gonna despise yourself if you choke here and then have to play this level for another 20 minutes for zero. Forbidden Isle is a very fun, skill-based level which is really short. Your wave skills need to be up to par if you want to be able to beat this level, but to be honest, other than those wave parts, it's by far the easiest extreme demon in the game. This wave part right here is the hardest part in the level. Be sure to practice this part a lot to ensure you don't die over and over again to it. Once you pass this part, you should be pretty much good to go. To give you an idea of the difficulty of this level, when my hardest was Bloodbath, this level only took me around 600 attempts to complete, and I didn't even get very lucky. Make sure you do the drop to 100 a couple times before you start playing the Zero. The drop is very fun, but also very tricky. Those were the easiest top 5 extreme demons in the game as of 2022. I hope I helped you with finding a new extreme for you to beat or your first one. If you enjoyed this type of content, be sure to let me know in the comments by leaving a like or leaving a comment. Have a great day. Bonsai out.